Sleeping is also important. I sleep like a baby. I work, but I sleep as much as I work. I give myself time to sleep. Sugars is something I don't even think about. I've quit sugar. Water has just become my new best friend. Drinking water. I'll always have water around, water bottles. I don't even count. I just drink water throughout, whether it's a busy day. And so then I'll just grab a water, or I'll have just my 10 liter in the kitchen whenever I'm working. I'll just pass drink. So water is very important. Okay, so I look at, I've always considered myself an athlete. Might not be a professional athlete like your Nike, those endorsed. No, I'm not a self-proclaimed so-and-so. No, a Serena or whoever. But I've always been an athlete since my school days. So remaining healthy, remaining active has always been my priority. So sometimes it depends on how you were raised, how you grew up, and what lifestyle you live, right? And who you surround yourself with. So most of the time is that the people that I hang around with, friends that I have, we've got things in commonality. If I look at most of my friends, even if they were not active, but I would always be the active one, and eventually they will jump on the bandwagon, right? Because it's motivation, right? Good company rubs off in as much as bad company corrupts character. So all of my friends will have that type of community that we have. But growing up in school, I've always been an athlete. I've always done 100-meter, 200 relay, long jump, high jump, and very serious about it. I've got accolades. I was also a dancer, ballroom dancer. Let's see, I used to have, it's not here, one of my trophies, few trophies used to be here. Ballroom dancing, I used to do gymnastics, I used to do at a very, basic or maybe intermediate level, because I used to compete. So I've always been a health fanatic, health freak for that matter, which is why I know when I'm overweight, which is why I know when I don't look good. And sometimes I know what I'm going through at that time that influences what I'm going through, the weight gain. And so the most important also is to sleep. Sleep is very important. If there's one thing I do very well, is sleeping. I can sleep 12 hours or 6 to 6, or so I'm that type of being. I will work my hardest nonstop. Sometimes I'll work to 24 hours to sometimes almost a day and a half, just working. But when I decide to sleep, I sleep. If there's one thing even my family knows, I love to sleep. Because it's good, it recalibrates me, it rejuvenates me, it energizes me, it heals me, and also it's a good way. God says in our dreams, he gets to speak to us, because nothing is distracting. So the subconscious mind gets to rest. So sleeping is very good. Getting your 6 to 8 hours sleep, if more, even better. Not sleeping out of stress, not sleeping out of depression, but sleeping because you are tired, you've worked your day. So sleeping, I really encourage it. And usually I go to bed, earliest I'll knock out is 10. 10 I'll be out. Latest maybe I'll go to bed like at 11, 12, right? Then I know that I've got a 5 a.m. to wake up. Or if, let's say, I work overnight, let's say I finish at 2, 3 in the morning, then I've got small hours, right? Because obviously there's work that one needs to wake up for. So you have to monitor your sleeping patterns. It's very key and it's very crucial. What I'm proud of, I think I'm proud in the last, years, 2, 3 years, I've quit sugar. Like I used to love sugar and, the fizzy drinks, we know the usual. So I've always been a Red Bull, Coca-Cola, but in the last 3 years, I've nicely quit sugar. And it's a proud moment for me. Even things like I've never been a sweet person. Dessert, it's not my big thing. So I'm a very basic dessert person. So give me a chocolate, give me a cheesecake slice, but I don't go big, your puddings and all those things. So sugar, I've literally gotten to quit, and I'm praise the Lord for that. So I've got replacement or supplements for sugar. So for example, a cold drink, if I feel like a fizzy to let go of the steam of the gas or whatever it is, so I'll use like your sparkling water And then I'll use a lemon with some lime. And then also there's this sweetener that I get from there's a sweetener that I get from Spa, which is a good taste if you want to have that pineapple Fanta orange taste. Has the same effect. Try it. Sparkling cold water, you can put some ice, put some lemon, put some lime, put this brand. It's like Coke. Well, for me, that's what it tastes like Sprite and all those brands. So I'll have that, let's say, when I'm having a cheat meal, like pizza or with some wings, Nando's wings, and then I'll have that as part of my fizzy drink. That's as far as I go. But water has become my best friend. Tea has become my best friend. The normal Joko with lactose-free milk. Coffee, I said, natural beans, natural coffee, which I enjoy. Another thing also, I've learned to meditate over the years. It has helped me a lot, even in Naturally So visualizing, speaking positive to myself, that is the subconscious mind. As we know, the subconscious doesn't know what is positive, negative, good or bad. So hence you have to always trick it and deceive it by saying your affirmations. I am this, I am that, I am healthy, I'm wealthy, I am good in my body functions, so that your fantasy or whatever your dream or your vision becomes a reality. So I've learned to meditate. Previously I'd lean on guided meditation like music, but now I'm able to quiet my mind. I don't even need music. I can just go into bed, or when I wake up immediately before doing anything, I sit on my bed still and I meditate. Or when I'm having a hectic day, a stressful day, or just simply wanting to calm myself down, and I go and I'll meditate. So I'm able to meditate to an hour, even more. So that has also helped me. So that's what I would advise. That's how I lost my 15 kilogram over 2 years. I know for personal trainers and people that train, they can say it's too long, but it works. It's gradually so. It takes account other things in life, because we are not always at the gym. We are not always just sitting training. Life happens, things happen. So for me, it was important to say it didn't have to feel like pressure, it didn't have to feel like too much, it didn't have to feel emotional and also self-critiquing to myself. No, it had to be a process which I would enjoy, which is why I would incorporate music, incorporate things like Pilates, yoga, resistant training, also using my body naturally so to be my body weight. So things like push-up, jumping jacks, mountain climbs, overhead jumping jacks, those have helped and become sort of like a staple exercise for me. So eating well, I cannot emphasize. A lot of people think that eating healthy is expensive. It's not. Actually, it's more beneficial and cheaper over the long run, because your body gets to benefit. Your body gets to love you, and to brag to you and say you are treating me well. We know how the body is the first thing to tell you. Your body will tell you to say, look, you are not treating me well. The clothes won't fit, right? You won't sleep well. Your body will start stretching, stretch marks there, cellulite there, dark spots in certain areas. Why? Because your body is telling you, you are not doing me good. So please change your ways. So once you see those red hazards, your own body telling you, better understand it. I've always said the best place to be as a person is to learn to master yourself. Once you've learned to master yourself, trust me, all the other things and opinions and that are out there, it's very hard for them to penetrate and to go in. And building that mental strength is very important. Building the spiritual barometer is also important, so that the two can help your body. Whenever you're feeling tired, fatigued, feeling like giving up, your mind can always remind you, no, this is where you need to be. You've set yourself these goals. Your spirit can always tell you that, look, you need to be in the likeness of God. You need to stay away from bad company because it corrupts character. All the everything just it has to work together for good to them that love the Lord. So that's why. And yeah, fasting also, it's a discipline that it's my lifestyle. So fasting for me is not an issue. I do it for my faith reasons, Also it helps when you're fasting, reading the word, praying, then your body also gets what? It gets the benefits, right, that you would get from a spiritual and mental point of view. So intermittent fasting, which is the new also buzzword that people are talking about, but intermittent fasting, what it helps, it helps your colon obviously to rest, your intestines, your body, even your liver from overworking. So intermittent fasting, obviously, we know if you, let's say, ate like today, previous day at 6, then you wait to eat the following day. If you can push it, you push it further. That also helps, but you don't binge eat. You don't fast, then time to eat, you just, gallop everything. No. So for me, over the years, fasting has really helped, and it's something I would encourage as well. Not as just a lifestyle, but also as a discipline to put in place, right, for yourself. Then the benefits are many. Some people are, they find it difficult to go without food even a day or half a day. I think the longest I've fasted is 40 days, 40 nights. And it's something I can talk about, knowing how the body changes, where you hit a block, where your body starts eating itself, where you start, even the hallucination. You can't talk about what you don't know. If you've never been to Mount Sinai, then how can you talk about it as Moses, Aaron, and Joshua? So definitely, I would also encourage fasting. Fasting is something that I've incorporated over there, and it works wonders for me. It does. This is the advice I would advise any woman, because I'm talking about something that I know, that I've done myself. So it's not a too much of textbook read, although I do research, because that's something I love to do naturally, to know knowledge. But it's something that I've lived. So it's easier to say, look, the 5 o'clock, I know what I'm talking about. If anything, maybe the first 3 days, when you get to 7, it's difficult, 8, 10, and so, but when you get to your 19, 20, these are the benefits, and after, this is what you will become. The 5-day, it's a starting tool. The 14-day, because we've got different plans. The 5-day, which is your starter, it kicks you just to build that discipline. The 14, the 21, then the 30 days. So I'm talking about methods that I've built for myself at home, in the comfort of my own home. I've tested and played around with them, with the knowledge and that I've gained from fitness and health and my life and as a whole. Now to wanting to desire to helping the next person, another woman, another man, but helping another girl out there. So I hope that people can learn to say there is ways to lose your weight naturally. You don't always have to rush it. As long as you are compassionate, you are kind to yourself, you are loving to yourself, know that in time, with the right disciplines, you will get there. Slow and steady, as they say, always wins the race.
Thank you for watching today's Q&A. If it resonated with you, leave a comment or share it with someone rebuilding. Subscribe to Ubuntu, Strength for Real Stories and Homegrown Healing. We are not chasing strength, we are remembering it.